morning. My name is Art Tolentino. I'm the owner of ART Printing Service in Hawthorne, California. And I'm going to do a tutorial for you today. And this tutorial is how to set up a business card in a basic application. Normally people set up business cards in professional apps like Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop or Adobe InDesign. Most people don't have those apps. Those apps are very expensive. So if you're not a designer by trade, but yet you want to be able to design your own business cards, I'm going to show you how to do that with a simple program. This program is on most Macintosh computers, and it's called Pages. It's very similar to Microsoft Word. Pages has the ability to export to PDF file, which is something you need when you're submitting your files to the printer. So let's get started. So you can see it. This is called Pages, okay? Very, very, very simple. So the way we're going to begin, we're going to go to File. We're going to open a new file, and I'll pick a blank letterhead. It's 8.5 by 11. We're going to design our business cards on 3.5 by 2. And when we design our business card, in this case, the one we're going to design today, it has bleeds. A bleed is when the ink goes all the way to the edge of the business card. And you have to go 1/8 of an inch over the edge so that when the printer prints your cards, he has a little bit of play. Because if you go right to the edge with a solid, when he cuts it, it might show a little bit of white, either on one side or the other. So you want to make sure it's black or whatever color you have that's bleeding all the way around the card. Otherwise, it won't look that great, okay? And we want it to look great. We always want our business cards to look great because that's our first impression to our client. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to do, you're going to go to File. You're going to hit File, and you want to set up you do your page setup. But first, before we do that, when we open Pages, you're in a Word document. You don't want to use a Word document. You want to go to a layout program, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to go convert to page layout right there. And this is, are you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. Convert it, baby. Okay, so now we go over here to File, and you go to Page Setup. Now, you may not have it set up already, so I'm going to set it up. I have it already in there, 3.5 by 2 with the bleeds. I already have it set up, but I'm going to show you how to do that because you may not have it. So our paper size, I'm going to scroll all the way down to Manage Custom Sizes. Okay. Now I'm going to scroll all the way down, and you can see this little plus sign right here. I'm going to hit the plus sign. Okay. Then I'm going to scroll a little bit more down because I created a new one. I'm going to double click that. I'm going to give it a title. And we're going to call this BUS card, that means business card, 3.5 by, there we go, 3 3/4 by 2 1/4. Okay, there you go. Woohoo! We'll edit that other part out. We had some troubles there. Okay, so we're by a fire station, and those fire engines roar all day long. That's why I can't hear anything. I'm hard of hearing. Okay, so now we have this little tiny business card. It's kind of hard to see. So let's make it bigger so we can all see it very easily. So I'm going to go to View. I'm going to zoom down to Zoom, and I'm going to say Fit Page. Boom, there you go. Isn't that cool? Now, I want a black solid business card. I want it to be black. I want it to be solid. I want it to bleed on all the edges, okay? So the first thing to do, to make the background black, we're going to go to this box right here. See where it's a shape? And you click it. And see the score box? Click it. There it is, a black box. Put it in the corner and put that all the way in the corner like that. Now, this is oversized. It's 3 3/4 wide by 2 1/4 inches high. We need to put margins around it so we can center our type in there perfectly. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go View, and I'm going to go Show the Rulers. We want to see the rulers. We need the rulers, okay? And then I have an 1/8 inch for the cut. So I'm going to put a vertical line there, horizontal line there, another vertical line there, a horizontal line there, an 1/8 inch from the edge. The computer doesn't go to 0.125, so we're going to make everything 0.13. So there it is, 0.1, 0.11, 0.12, 0.13. You always go a little bit further just in case so you don't go past the mark. Now, the other side over here, we're going to go from 2 3/4 down an eighth, which would be 2.63, 3.625, which is 3.63 right there. And then we're going to go down 0.13, 0.11, 0.12, 0.13, and then the bottom we're going to go all the way to 2.13. And there it is right there, 2.13. Then I want to make another border, another eighth of an inch in, because I want my car to be nice and centered, and I don't want to go, I want to have a little bit of margin on the end. I don't want the type to go all the way to the edge. I want it in at least an eighth of an inch. So we're going to make another one. This time it's going to go 1/4 inch in, okay? So this would be 0.25. So we're setting our layout, okay? So we can do this. Now in AI, it does this, Adobe Illustrator, it does all this automatically for you. You don't have to do all this manual stuff. Many of us don't have that. It's very expensive, and if you don't do design work for a living, more than likely you've never bought the application. Excuse me. And then on this one, we're going to go to 2, right there. And then this one, I think we're going to go to 3.5. Yeah, 3.5, right there. There's our dimension. So now, the first thing I want to do, well, another thing, on my business card, I have a blue box on the bottom with the address, my address information down below, okay? So I'm going to make another box, and this time, well, first I'm going to put my logo in, because I need the blue for the logo. So let me put my art. So to put a logo in, I'm jumping, I'm going fast. We want to put a logo in there. We go to Insert, because you want to insert an item, okay? So you go Insert, and you go past all these different items, and we want to insert, we want to choose something to insert. You go choose, and then I don't know where my logo is on my computer. It's somewhere out there, so I'm just going to go like this. I'm going to go ART logo, and it's a new blue, so it's going to say new blue, and I want a PDF. See the PDF symbol? We want to use a PDF. The reason why we want to use a PDF, now you may not have the ability to make your logos into a PDF, so a JPEG is fine. It's just that make sure it's a high-res JPEG, because if it's too low, you'll get the edges will be all rough. You want it to be nice, smooth, and sharp. A PDF is normally done in vector file, and vector file means this thing you can make it as big as a billboard, and the edges to be still sharp and clean. With a JPEG, no matter how high resolution you have, if you try to make that thing the size of a billboard, it's still going to have a jagged edge. So we're going to choose this one right here, and there it is. So we're going to put this thing right on the edge of the lines there, right there, right there. Move it over. Okay, when I move it over, I nudge it with the arrows. You have an arrow on your keypad. I'm going to hit the right arrow and nudge it right to the edge there, and it looks like up and down's okay. It's a little bit big, so we're going to make it a little bit smaller, about right there, okay? Now, I want to put a blue box on the bottom, so we'll go again here, grab that, and I'm going to turn this box blue, okay? And the way you do that, you go over here to, what's this thing called? Let me move that out of the way. To the, it says style. See this little paintbrush? Make sure the paintbrush is clicked, okay? Then you have style, text, and arrange. We're going to go to style because we're going to style the box. Move my picture back up. I'm going to use, see this little color thing here, the little rainbows inside of it? You click that. And then you get the crayon box, okay? But we're not going to use any of the crayons. We're going to use this little droplet right here. I'm going to click that. See, I got a droplet. I'm going to go into the blue. And there's a little center, that little square center inside of the droplet box. You want to put that in the middle of the blue right there. And boom, now we have a blue box. So I'm going to drag this box all the way down to the bottom left side. Okay? And I'm going to stretch this thing across. And I want to make it about that big. Maybe a little smaller. About like that. Now, on my business card that I'm designing, I want a white border right here, a white line, about 2 point in thickness. Now I could go up here and drag the line right there, but I'm going to do something else, something a little easier. I'm going to go to the style again, and there's something that says border, no border. We're going to put a line in there. Okay, notice it's a black line. So we're going to go here, and we're going to click the white, choose white, and there it is. Now, I want a 2 point, so it's 4, 3, 2 points, right there. That tells you the points. Now, it's not bleeding anymore, so I'm going to pull this out a little bit so we make sure we got a full bleed on there, okay? There we go. I'm going to pull it to the bottom. And there goes the sirens again. And then I'm going to go to the left there. And there's my white border. Doesn't that look cool? So now we're ready to put some typesetting in there. It looks like my little art went up and to the right. So I'm going to move that down a little bit, move it over, and move it down. I'm hitting my down arrow right there, okay? So what I want to do is I want to put my name right here and my cell phone number underneath my name. Now I'm going to use this font right here. This font, I use this font. You notice there's the type behind me? in printing, we used to, in the old days, we used to set the type by hand. We used to set it in this little thing and set all the type. Well, for newspapers and stuff, you typed it on a typewriter. And this is the font that we had, an American typewriter. And I set this in bold. I put a little white line around it and then white outline around it. And then I took the printing service and I made it a bold italic a little bit smaller. So I'm going to make my name in white, bold italic, and I'm going to call it American type. So we're going to go to, not to image. Oh, we're going to go here. And we got our text box. Now what I'm going to do before I move that, I want to turn that type white so I don't lose it. Because otherwise if I lose it, I won't be able to find it and it might get printed that way. So I'm going to go to color. I'm going to go white right there. There you go. It's white. So now I want to make this text box a little smaller because it's a little big. See that white box right there? And you see this little white thing right here? We want to grab these little pointers. There you go. Grab that. And we don't want it to be bigger than the logo. So we'll set it up about right there. And we'll move it over a little bit. Okay, and then we'll move it down a little bit. And I think we can pull it down. Let me see. Okay, we'll move it down some more. Moving it down. Move it down some more. And then we'll move that T right on the end of there. And then what I'm going to do, let me move it down a little more. There. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that and change the font. See where it says Helvetica? It says font, Helvetica New. We're going to change that to American Typewriter. And American Typewriter, we have two choices of American Typewriter. We have American Typewriter, just plain American Typewriter, and with American Typewriter ITC Pro. Well, we're Pro, so we want to use the Pro. So I click that, and there it is. It changed to the font to that. Now we want to make it bold. Okay, I could select B, but let's do the style. Let's stylize it. We'll select bold right there, and then we're going to make the type about 8 point. So we're going to drop this down to 8. There you go, right there. Then I want to put my name down here. So I'm going to go. We have, see these little symbols here? Okay, that puts it on the top where it's at now. This puts it in the middle, and this one puts it on the bottom right there, and that's where we want it. That's where I want my name, right above the blue box. So now I'm going to type my name. What's my name? ARTTOLENTINO. Then I want to put my cell phone number underneath it. So I'll put CEL : and then I'm going to put it in parentheses for 310. Oops. 310. It's so much easier to just put dashes, but you know what? I want it to look nice. 930, so I take a little more time. Dash 5524. That's my cell phone number. Okay. Now, do I want everyone to have my cell phone number? Well, I don't know, but that's what it is. So now I want to, on this other part up here, in this area, I want to put my hours of operation. Okay. So instead of resetting this and making the type white again and going back to the font and everything, I'm just going to grab this and I'm going to go up here and go edit. I'm going to go copy. Now you could hit the command key and the C button, and it'll copy it on its own. Well, I'm showing you, so I'm going to show you how we do it manually. Same thing, edit and then paste. And there it is. We got it again right there. So I'm going to take this right here. I'm going to move it here. Except this time, we're going to align it to the top. Okay? So we're going to go back to text, click the text, and we're going to align this thing to the top. There it is at the top. And then we're going to center it. See that? We've got flush left, center, flush right, and justify. Okay? Flush left is when everything's lined up on the left side. Center was when each line of type is centered underneath the line of type above it. Flush right is when everything's lined up on the right. And justify is if you're typing paragraphs, it'll make both sides left and right even. Okay? So we're going to go center. There we go. And we're going to move that thing over because we're, as you can see, we're past our line right there. Put it right there. I think we can go up a little bit right there. And I'm going to change the type to say hours. And I think I'll do this, make it look a little fancy. I'm going to highlight this right here. I'm going to hit this underline. How's that look? That look cool? And then I'm going to go, I hit enter. I'm on the next line. See the little light blinking there? Okay, I'm going to type in my hours. I'm going to say 9. Oops, I don't want the underline. Let's click the underline. Okay, we're going 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. 4 a.m. And then on the next line, I'm going to go closed noon to 1 p.m. Now, I don't want this to be highlighted because to me, closed is a negative. So we're going to go here, and instead of bold, we'll make it medium. How's that? Does that look pretty cool? There we go. So now we have my name, my phone number, and we have hours of operation. Okay. Now I want to put in this area right here, I want to put a little QR code. I had made a QR code earlier. And you can do that. You can go to Google and you can type in QR code and you put your website in there, and the QR code takes you to the website. So I'm going to hit choose. And again, I don't know where it's at on my computer. I got so much stuff, so I type in QR. Oops, not AR. QR. QR. And okay, got it. And there it is, QR code. That's kind of funny because hold on a second. Well, where's the other one at? Oh, I know why. Let's go back. This computer, I want the one that's only 1 up. This one has 4. I don't need 4. I just need the 1. So I can double click that. Whammo, there it is. Now, I don't want this scan me thing on there. I want to take that off. I always take that off. So the way to do that is you can double click it, or you can go here, you go image, and you can select edit mask. So you hit edit mask. You can quickly just double click it, but for the sake of showing you what I'm doing, all right already. So let's move it up. You can see how it's covering everything up. I'm going to go above the point, make sure we're clear. There it is. Now another thing I have here, I don't want this white here. I want the black to go all the way to the black. I don't want the white. So how do you get rid of that? You go to image again, and you go to instant alpha. Click that. Now, this turns into a white box. So you want to go outside the black border, and you want to grab this and drag it a little bit. And there you go. No more black, no more white. And you hit done. Now, that's a little bit big, isn't it? We'll center it right in there. And we'll go like this. And we'll go like this. About right there. Move it down a little bit, maybe about right there, so I have a little bit of centeredness. And there it is. There's my QR code. Doesn't that look cool? Now, down here, we're going to put our address. Okay, so I'm going to do it again. I'm going to grab this right here. I'm going to go edit. I'm going to go copy. And I'm going to go again, edit. And I'm going to go paste. There it is. And I'm going to grab this. Now we have this on the bottom, which is good. I'm going to set this on the bottom. Now this needs to be a little bit smaller. So let's go down here, Put it right on the edge. Go up just a little bit. There we go. I think it's okay that the parentheses hang down a little bit. So, and actually, we're going to change that anyways. So, yes, we want it on the bottom because we want the bottom line to be set on the bottom. So, we're going to say. Also, I don't want it in bold. I think I want it the address in medium. So we'll put medium there. There we go. Oh, I want to change the point size to 7. There we go. There we go. Now the address is 14948 Prairie Avenue. Now I don't put periods in addresses. The post office doesn't do it anymore. They took care of all the abbreviations out, except for after the city, you do put the comma before California. HWTHORNE, comma, California 90250. And then my office phone, office, colon, and I'm going to go 424, and I'm going to go 244 dash 6461. Now, I want that phone number to stand out a little bit because that's my office phone. That's a really important thing. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to make it bold. And I think I'm even going to go up to 8 point. How does that look? Cool, huh? And we want to put something on this right side. I'm going to put visit our website on our online store at, and put my website and put my email. So again, I'm going to grab this little box right here. I'm going to edit. I'm going to copy, and I'm going to edit. I'm going to paste. There it is. And now, so we're going to take this, keep it on the bottom. Actually, we're going to go this because we're going to flush right this thing. I'm going to move it up a little bit, right about there. This looks like it might have moved down a little bit, huh? Move this up just a little bit. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to flush right on this one. See that? And we see we can move it over right there, right there. So let's get to work here. Now I'm going to go visit our online store at, got to make that thing a little wider. Hold on. Let's make this a little bit wider. Okay, at ARTPRNTING SERVICE. I know you're thinking, hey, it's over to the right. You're right. It is. We're going to fix that. Okay, next line, email, AIL, colon, ART at ARTPRNTING.SER.com. Again, I got to make it a little bit, go here. Oh, look at that. That's okay. I hit the wrong one. That's what happened. Dang. Go back. Okay. This one I want. No. And I'm going to go like this. I already got it. Oh, no, we don't. There we go. And I'm going to move it over a little bit. Now I'm going to do a couple of things. You know, it has those underlines. We don't want those underlines in there. Right? So we're going to go here. And I'm going to go edit. And I'm going to go remove. Same thing with this one. Edit. I'm going to go remove. There we go. Now, it seems like it's still a little bit too big. So here's another idea I have. I'm going to make this all bold. And you say, oh, you're going to make it bold? Isn't that going to make it bigger? No, because I'm going to make it bold condensed. How does that look? Isn't that cool? It's even better. You think I should make it all bold condensed, or at least condensed? Multiple. We'll go condensed. And then we'll make my phone number bold. There we go. I think that looks pretty cool. And I think maybe the phone number will go, I guess we'll go condensed bold, huh? Yeah, it looks pretty cool. How's that look? So we're done. That's it. That's our business card. We're all set. So, a couple of things. You want to save it, right? So you go here to save it. You're going to call it, I don't know, ART business card tutorial. And you want to make it a PDF, right? So to make this a PDF, first, before we do that, in printing, we get so caught up when we're designing things in the layout, we don't check the spelling and we don't check the grammar. And so we make mistakes. It's a given. There's always going to be mistakes. That's why when you design stuff, you send it to the customer and you get a proof. And you have them sign off on the proof. Or, they'll say, oh, this is spelled wrong, whatever, and you fix all the little things. So let's check the spelling real quick, okay? We have ART printing. Of course, that's the logo. It was already there. Hours, 9 a.m. We got the periods there. To 4 p.m. Now, some people don't put the periods there, but AP style says to put them there, so we put them there. Same thing, close at noon. Why not close 12 to 1 p.m.? Because if you say 12, some people might think, hey, is that midnight? They don't know for sure. Noon or midnight, well, if you say that, you know absolutely, positively sure what they mean by that. So we say noon to 1 p.m. And it kind of sounds kind of cool anyways to just say 12, So close noon to 1 p.m., all right? And Art Tolentino, I spelled my name right, Tolentino, it's spelled right. Cell 310-930-5524. That's my number. That's right. We can take a picture of that if you like, but I know it's right. 14948 Prairie, P-A-I-R-I-E Avenue, Hawthorne, with an E on the end of it, California, 90250, office 424-244-6461. Visit us online. Visit our online store at art, PRINTING, SERVICE.com. Email and there you go, artprintingservice.com. Now, tell me something. Move that back down again. Does this look better to you? Let's just do this. Sometimes I do this, and you can do this too when you're designing. You got it white print. Kind of everything's white print. What if we made this black print? You think that would look better? Let's take a look. You tell me. Let me see. Where's the, right here. Let's make it black. How does that look? You think white's better? The things that make you I think I'll leave it white. So that's our business card. Now, how do you make it a PDF? That's our last straw so that it'll be ready for the printer. You go here, File. You go Export to PDF. You always take best. You have 3 choices. You have good, you have better, and you have best. Go with the best. You want the best quality possible. You don't need to check any of these other things. And you hit Next. And it's going to ask you, where do you want to save it? We'll put it under Art Printing Jobs. Usually I put a job number on it, like you see 10092. This isn't a job. If it was a job, I put a job number. I don't have a job number put on it. And you can do the same thing. And you hit Export. And now you're ready. And then so you go to Adobe, and you say File, and you say Open. Oops, wrong one. File, Open. And you go Art Printing Jobs. And there it is, Art Business Card right there. And there it is. That's it. That's the PDF. Isn't that look cool? That's awesome, man. Now, it looks like we have a lot of margin here, but really it's going to be cut right in the middle right here. And it's going to cut right down here in the middle. And it's going to look really, really nice. It's going to be sharp. It's a beautiful card. I've made a bunch of them already. They look great. Anyways, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Let me turn this screen thing off. How do you do that? There you go. Here I am. Hope that was helpful. I hope you learned something today. We're going to have more tutorials. We're going to try to help you out, try to teach you how to do things so you can make things and get them ready for print. Print, print, print. You create and I'll print it. All right? You create it and I'll print it. Now, if it's a problem, if you're having issues, call me up. I'll design it for you. A little charge. We'll charge you for it. ain't that much. We have a staff of excellent designers who do a great job on your designs. If you want to do that, that's fine, and we'll be more than happy to help you. Our staff will work with you. We'll send you proofs until we get it right. Once it's right, we'll print it for you and deliver it. All right? Have a great day. I'm Art Tolentino. You're listening to